All right, welcome to the Coffee Break Podcast, my first solo podcast. All right, and we're starting something new here. There's background reasons why I'm starting to do this, but I'm doing it. It's gonna be a fun, short time. Okay, that's why it's called the Coffee Break. Something real short, something real sweet. Okay, and so Jim, what you can start your own? Don't you have another podcast, the Where's My Therapist podcast? Yeah, I do. Do you think your ego's big enough and you're good enough to where you can carry your own podcast yourself? Maybe. Maybe I could do it without him. Maybe I'm done with it. I'm not. I'm completely lying. That's done on Sundays. We're here on a Wednesday. Okay? I'm not sure when it's going to be released. We're going to have to figure out the whole editing thing. But, so we're here to do something real short and sweet. All right? We're here to have a good time. Okay? And this week, so there's a fucking hilarious video going on the internet right now that I saw yesterday. And I think it's fucking hysterical. If you want to go ahead and play it for me. It's this lady on a bus. She's fucking freaking out about a seat. Okay? And it's just, she's in a Canadian Goose. Let's just check it out.
Which one of you is going to be a gentleman? Show me! Show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman! Show me! Are there no gentlemen left in this? Are there no ladies left in this world?
Dude, just an egg just comes in, smacks her in the head. I would love nothing more.
That's what happened when you're being nice.
Move! I have a right not to be touched, and you have the space to move. Get out of the way.
Look how
Which one
crowded
are you
that
gonna be
fucking
a
bus
gentleman?
is.
Which one are you going to be a gentleman?
What kind of
Which
entitlement
one?
does this
Which
bitch
one?
think she
You
has?
have the space to move by. Why? Why are you not moving? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman? Why? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman to me? What did I do to you that I caused you to not be a gentleman to me? I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I don't know you. Move out of the way. You want to go by? Look, you touch me. Go ahead, man.
You touched me. Dude, that fucking video is awesome. So I saw it last night, and the whole time I was watching it, I was just thinking of an egg just flying into the fucking, just panning into the screen, smacking her right in the head. Can you imagine the reaction time she would have? She would be paused, stopped dead in her tracks, mid-rant, just staring down at like just the yolk, just creeping down her face. Because it's like a harmless thing, too. It's not like you're running up to her and punching her in the face for ranting. No, you want to do something short, sweet, innocent, but, you know, for comical reasons. Hit her right in the face with a fucking egg, dude. And there's nothing better than that. So that's the new thing I'm going to start doing. I'm going to go around and I'm going to carry a dozen eggs with me at all times. And every time I see something ridiculous or I feel like it's needed, I'm just going to simply just toss a little egg at someone's head. And that's it. That's it. That's all we're doing. So there's that. I thought that was a great clip, great video. The internet's loaded with them. Another thing, now that we're on the internet, dude, I saw a status because Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, everyone's preparing for that. So there's this status. This girl said, about to marinate my coochie tonight and start stewing it down tomorrow. Ugh, that sounds gross. This shit gonna be falling off the bone come Thursday. Ugh. Yuck. Dude. What does that mean? Marinate it? You gonna fucking have fucking... What is that? How do you marinate a pussy? What does that even mean, dude? Marinate it and start stewing it? You gonna stew the box? How does that even work? What are you stewing, dude? That just sounds like a whole like a fishy mess, if you know what I'm saying. That sounds disgusting. Okay? Let's not use those type of words in a sexual manner and think it's supposed to be romantic. There's nothing romantic about that. It's disgusting. And of course, people asked me to talk about it. I had a couple people request for it when I announced that I'm gonna, do a solo podcast. It's gonna be a silly goose of a time, and they asked me, talk about it. And I talked about it. So if anyone can have an answer for me of what marinating and stewing a pussy means, please let me know. I'm curious. So, also the Grammys was this weekend. I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. I'm just kind of glad J-Rock won a Grammy. Everyone knows I'm a big hip hop fan. There's a lot of trash coming out nowadays. People are kind of wondering what I'm listening to. I'm listening to nothing new, really. I'm listening to a lot of Griselda. The Griselda Records, if you aren't too familiar with them. Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun. It's this rap group out of Buffalo. They've been out for a couple of years. They've been kind of floating under the radar for a while. They signed to Shady Records, and they're fucking just real underground, grimy, just real. They bar you to death, dude. But they're just this great, phenomenal hip hop group. And I think Benny Butcher's coming to Chicago soon. I think I'm gonna hit that concert up. Conway dropped a project called Everyone's Food 2. They got a shit ton of fucking mixtapes. I go on that Piff and I check out all their shit. Other than that, there's not much. I mean, Future's album, there's a couple cuts on there that I'm checking out. The Travis Scott record, first off. The Young Thug Unicorn, Unicorn Perp, that I'm a big fan of. Other than that, I mean, a lot of the music nowadays, I'm just not really feeling, dude. It's just not. I'm leaning back to like going back in time, listening to old school music because there's nothing new that has my focus. So I'm trying to go back in time, like I'm getting into Outkast because I've been kind of distant from that forever. Never really checked it out. Gotta know your history if you want to, be well versed in a genre or in anything really. You gotta be well versed in knowledge of what's going on. So there's that. So what's been going on with me, dude? I've been fucking hitting the fucking gym hard. Okay, going every day, sometimes twice a day, doing some extra cardio at the end of the day. I like to go lift in the morning, eating healthier. I'm just trying to fucking have a healthy 2019, Just trying to really be healthy here. And it's going to sharpen up my mind. You know what I'm saying? Eating healthy, doing healthy activities, can make you feel good, trying to do good, live good, feel good. And that's pretty much what we're doing right now, dude. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get these fucking gains 2019. Are you going to see before and after pictures on Instagram? No, the fuck you're not. Because I don't do that. Okay? Maybe you will, though. I don't know. It depends. If I really want, if I want that boost of confidence, I want to get them fucking 100+ likes. Yeah, I'm going to post it up. If I want to grab some females' attention, let them know that I'm fucking looking good. Yeah, I want my DMs to be slid into. Slide in like fucking home base, baby, on a home run. You know what I'm saying? Slide in there. I'm easy to talk to. I'm easy to approach. Slide in my DMs. We can work something out. Maybe you could take me to dinner, So, yeah, well, talk about being healthy as I'm smoking a cigarette. Yeah, there you go, Jim. Talk about doing cardio. I feel like cigarettes really boosting up my cardio, though, It keeps my cardio on its toes. I have a theory that a lot of people are probably going to go against, but I don't give a shit. Dude, I think smoking cigarettes really helps boost your cardio. You know why? Because your heart rate is pumping at a much faster pace, correct? Which means your blood's flowing more, which means you're sweating more, which means you're burning calories with less amount of effort. You get on the bike, you start ripping in that bike, 7 minutes in, guess who's fucking panting? Me. And guess what? I'm not slowing down. I'm not fatiguing. I'm running on that bike, dude. I'm getting my fucking 5+ miles in. And guess what? I'm getting a great workout in. And you know what I did before I came into the gym and why I'm breathing so heavy? It's because I had a cigarette on my way to the gym to make sure it's all part of the pre-workout plan, baby. People take pre-workout, I drink coffee, and smoke a cigarette before I go to the gym. And I think that's the most effective way to get, the best cardio you can get. Okay? So, what time are we at right now? 10 minutes almost. 10 minutes? God damn. Covering a lot of ground in 10 minutes, dude. So, yeah, dude, a lot of things coming up this wintertime, or this springtime, that I'm ready for. I'm growing my hair out, growing out this nasty beard, being all fucking patchy and gross, dude, just looking as gross as possible. And I think it's going to be a fucking beautiful thing, because guess what, dude, I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. I don't care about getting all dressed up, getting my hair cut every other week. To impress who? I don't like anybody. I don't want to impress anybody. I'm just going to look as grimy as possible, okay? I'm going to have a patchy beard until my job tells me to shave it. I'm going to fucking keep it going. I don't care. but I'm going to keep getting these gains in. I'm going to keep eating my fucking greens and my proteins. You know what I'm saying? My grains. Going to eat all those, you know? Going to get this fucking exercise in and keep my nasty hair coming in, my fucking gross beard going in, and it's just going to be a fucking good time. Because I'm going to enjoy my life the way I want to and do things on my own accord and be happy with it, dude. Oh, and I also, let's talk customer service for a minute, dude. Okay? Super Bowl Sunday, I get an offer for a free month subscription of YouTube TV. You know, YouTube TV, $40 a month. You get a bunch of these channels. You get all these movies. Yeah, I took it because I wanted to watch Super Bowl. I wanted to live stream it. So guess what? I live streamed it. And I got the free subscription. But in that fucking free month that I was told to get, which is the only reason why I got it, because I want that free month, I picked it up. I got it. Watched Super Bowl. And Apple tried to charge me for it. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. So I called them. They say, okay, well, on my subscription thing, in my apps, you know, you can like, go to the iTunes store and you can check out, you know, your subscriptions and everything you're paying, when your payments are coming in. I go to YouTube. I check out my YouTube TV. I don't get paid. I'm not charged for it till March 3rd. Okay? Call them and let them know. I'm like, hey, why is there a block? Why can't... I'm trying to rent a movie on YouTube. That's where it all stemmed from. I tried renting a movie for $3.99 and it wouldn't let me do it because it said I had a back balance payment of $39.99 for the YouTube TV. I said, no, I don't owe you guys till March 3rd. I got a whole month almost. What the fuck is going on? Well, you got to call YouTube TV and figure all that shit out. So I call YouTube TV, and the guy answers. He's like, hey, what's going on? What's your issue? And I'm like, yeah, well, I got a subscription from you guys, but I got a free month trial out of you guys for a subscription. So I did it, but now Apple is saying that I owe you guys. But I'm looking at my subscriptions right now on my phone saying you don't owe until March 3rd. What the fuck's going on, guys? Apple just told me to call you guys to let you guys know that I'm supposed to get a free month, and it didn't go into their end, into the iTunes store, saying that it's basically covered with the free month. So the guy's like, all right, I'm going to put you on hold. I got to send you to another department because that's outside of the things that I'm able to do. I was like, all right, cool. He fucking bounces me over to someone else, whatever the fuck that they do. They transfer me over to someone. Little cue music starts playing, and a fucking survey on my customer service experience comes up. I'm like, dude, this phone call ain't over with yet. But I give him a review, and I give him a 1 out of 7. That's right, 1 out of 7, because you didn't do your job. And as someone who works in customer service, who gets surveyed on shit, I get reamed out for fucking having a bad quality review. Even if I have a neutral quality review saying they didn't feel good or bad about it, I still get in trouble for it. So guess what? I'm going to give this guy the lowest grade you can get for not transferring me over to the correct department where I need to be. So I call him back and I talk to this guy. Guy right off the bat sounds like a fucking asshole. He's like, hey, what's going on, James? I'm like, yeah, I just got the phone with someone and they hung up on me, and now I'm calling you guys. I'm calling you back. I want answers. I want answers of where I'm supposed to be. I already know they're going to have to transfer me over to another department. He's like, all right, well, let me get some information out of you so I can figure out what's going on. I give him some information. He's like, yeah, well, you don't have a free subscription. I was like, really? I don't? Because I didn't pay anything when I signed up. And I'm looking at my subscriptions on my phone saying I don't pay anything till March 3rd. The guy's like, well, it doesn't work that way. I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work that way? When you first subscribe to something, you pay that first month the minute you sign up for it. They charge your card right away. I didn't get charged for it. He's like, well, obviously you did. I was like, dude, how the fuck are you going to tell me? So on the phone, I put him on speaker. I go into my bank statements, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing here that showed I got paid. I got charged for it. He's like, well, then you're going to get charged. I was like, how you going to? What do you mean, dude? What do you fucking mean I'm going to get charged? I'm not getting charged till March 3rd. It says it right here on my phone. He's like, well, then you might have a 2-week free trial. I was like, dude, how do we give me 2 free weeks? But when I just signed up, I got a month. This is my 2nd week having it already. What sense does this make? And he proceeds to tell me that I need to cancel it now. So he's like, you're going to get charged. You got to cancel it. call Apple, tell them that you want to cancel the subscription. Then you got to go on a Google product, and then say you get a 2-month or 2-week free trial on a Google thing. You got to go through like a Gmail. I was like, dude, this is all getting fucking stupid. And guess what? Guess what I gave him? A 1 out of 7. A 1 out of 7. Just like that angry white lady in that video wearing the Canadian Goose jacket. She probably gave the whatever Subway service that was, she probably gave them a 1 out of 7. And I gave that guy a 1 out of 7. You know why? Because I fucking can. Okay? Because I fucking can. So, there's the end of that story. That's about as fun as anything I'm doing in my life. That, working, and working in customer service, man. Speaking of customer service, and now that I'm actually thinking about it, I kind of feel bad that I gave him 1 out of 7. Kind of feeling bad about that right now. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because I really hate when I get a bad review. You know, get pulled in the office. They're gonna ask you about it. Jim, what's going on with this one bad review? Out of 50 jobs that you did, you get one bad review, and it's a fucking problem. Did you ever think about the customer might just be a fucking asshole? Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think about how complicated it is to deal with people? That's what I get fucking sick of, dude. That's what I get sick of. You get one bad customer, you get one bad person, and all of a sudden you're the bad worker now. You're gonna risk a write-up. Oh, God, dude. Fucking management, dude. Fucking management. I didn't want to turn this to a fucking job ranting thing, so I'm not gonna fucking get into it. But let's see what else is going on that I really give a shit about, or that I somewhat give a shit about. I really like this movement that's going on in the comedy community that I think Andrew Schulz really took over with. If you don't know who Andrew Schulz is, he's a comedian, stand-up comedian out of New York. He's got a podcast with Charlamagne the God called Brilliant Idiots. He's got another podcast called Flagrant 2. They talk a lot about sports, and then he also he was on Guy Code, Girl Code, all those shows. But so he filmed a special. I think it was last year. He filmed a special, and no networks wanted to pick it up. No Comedy Central, HBO. I don't know if I think Showtime does comedy too. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all them. None of them wanted to pick him up. So what he did is he released his like a comedy album on iTunes, went #1. And instead of trying to get a paycheck out of it, he invested into himself by just dropping clips every month or every week on YouTube, parts of his special. You know, every bit. Every week he dropped one. And you know what happened from there? His ticket sales, ticket prices, the venues that he can go in, skyrocketed. You know why? Because he invested in himself. Because people too much, I feel like people nowadays really feel like everything, they should be compensated for money. Everything they do should involve money somehow, some way. And instead of investing, how am I trying to word this? Instead of feeling entitled to getting money for a special, he invested his time, his money into it. And now he's reaping the benefits later on. And now he's redoing the same thing again with a new comedy album. I think he's dropping in March. He's going to do the same thing on YouTube, drop clips, instead of going to these fucking networks. And he's getting compensated for the money that he should be getting for the special. It's all translating into ticket sales, which is fucking genius. You know, it's a way, because instead of feeling down and out, instead of feeling like you got defeated, oh, you couldn't get picked up by this network. Oh, I guess I should not try to get a fucking special out there. He figured out a way. He fucking just fought hard and hustled his way into making a great comedy special. And he's fucking hilarious, by the way. His comedy bit about fucking school shooters, one of the funniest things ever. And I also like the fact that he's taking a stance. He's also starting a new segment on YouTube about fully offensive like comedy bits. It's all about offensive content. And I love it. Who doesn't like offensive comedy? I realize this too. All comedy stems from someone's got to be offended at comedy. Name one thing that's funny that does not make fun of anybody. Not one type of person. And you can bring up like Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart makes fun of his kids. Should they be offended? Someone gets made fun of at almost all costs, or you make fun of yourself. I mean, that's another big thing. Self-deprecation. That's another really fun, good form of comedy. But someone gets offended, or someone that can relate to the situation that you make fun of yourself with, can feel offended. And it's just really fucking obnoxious seeing people be fucking offended at everything. You know? It's like people got to be on their fucking toes, dude. I'd say at the point where I'm even afraid to tweet some things, just because I'm afraid that it's gonna bounce back. My Facebook memories, when I look at them and something pops up, I delete it. I feel like it's gonna offend someone. Immediately delete it. When I look at old tweets or something, one time I fucking looked at my keywords and I was looking at certain words. Oh, dude, I deleted them. When I saw the word faggot pop up, I was like, yep, that shit's gotta go, dude. It's gotta go, because God forbid something happens to where something happens to me where my life gets elevated into a public light. Someone does that digging around for them tweets, I might be gone, dude. I don't want that. But we really got to do something about this, dude. This whole everyone getting offended at everything thing, man. It's just annoying. It's like, are you that bored with your life where you're just you got to find a meaning to yourself to where you got to try to start a movement by ruining someone else's career by something that might offend you? How about you just ignore it? Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think about just ignoring it? Internet bullying, did you ever think about just logging off? You know? It's fairly simple, I think. I'm tired of this whole PC shit. Like, I was trying to fucking cross promo with other podcasts on our other podcast, and they keep bitching saying that our podcast has too much cussing. What? We're adults, dude. We're all adults. It's just words. Now, if we're talking about fucking rape and like making light of like making fun of like racism and all, no. I feel like we talk about real serious topics, but we swear and all of a sudden, yeah, my co-host, my girlfriend won't like it. Dude, fuck you. How about that? How does that sound? Because it's just, I don't understand it. Do I got to clean it up? Is there something wrong with me to where like multiple people say is a problem? Is there something wrong with me? I don't know. But I'm not willing to change who I am for someone else, especially for someone that I don't know. Or I'm not going to willing to change the style of what I do for someone else to make them happy. Or to where they can kind of promo it because they feel like it's necessary. Where are we at? 23? 23 minutes. Just unnecessary, man. Another thing I was actually thinking about too, I just shed light on. I think I finally figured out the differences between the north side and the south side of Chicago. And why the north side is, the hipstery, kind of yuppie type neighborhoods, and why they're so much different than the south side. All the universities are up north. They got Northwestern University, they got Loyola, they got DePaul. DePaul is up there. All like the big name universities where people from different areas all kind of come together. And it kind of makes sense because if you think about all the PC type people and all the hipsters, they all come from colleges. And that explains, because like the south side, what universities do we have? We have, what's the one in Hyde Park? It's one of those fucking medicine schools. But that's not a really big popular school. We have St. Xavier. It's all Southside kids go there anyway, so it's just a Southside high school, but in a college form. I don't really know much people that have been like, hey, I came from fucking California to go to fucking St. Xavier. That doesn't exist. A bunch of city colleges down here, so all the Southside kids go there. So it makes sense why the North Side is so much different and why it's a lot more diverse too, because there are also big name schools. I know Rush Hospital is more towards the north side too. And even around Rush Hospital, I know they got like some medical program schooling over there. It's all getting gentrified over there too, all around Rush Hospital. There's a lot of changes going on. So it all kind of makes sense now that I really think about it. Why it's more cultured, I guess, up north. A lot more cultured than the south side, actually, now that I say it. Well, no, that's the wrong term to say. When I say culture, I mean like more intertwining. of cultures and all that PC shit. But like out south, it's the most segregated area ever. Up north, you don't really see segregation that much. Well, at least from what I know. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the north side as much. I know they got Boys Town, you know, the gay community. But I don't really know too much like segregation. I know a lot of like mixed cultures are over there. But out south, dude, you can cross one viaduct and it'll be just a completely different race. You know, you'll be going down like Ashland Avenue, and then as soon as you cross like 51st Street, it goes from like Hispanic to black, just like that, and you'll hardly see any other race over there. So it's a very heavily segregated area out south. Yeah, very, very, very different segregated. But which I kind of like though, because like when they tried gentrifying Pilsen, or as they're doing it now, a lot of people are actually really upset about that because they're kind of taking the Hispanic culture out of Pilsen. They're kind of pulling it out. So I know a lot of Hispanic people are actually kind of upset about that because they don't want to lose the touch of Pilsen. But it's like at the expense of trying to make it a better area, you know, clean out all the gang activity, the violence and crime and stuff like that. To kind of clean it out. But that sounds bad to say now that I think about it. Now that I'm saying it, I kind of feel weird saying it because as I'm saying it, to clean it out, all the crime and stuff, it's like saying I got to lose the culture. So that's not, I don't know if it's the proper wording or if it's just the harsh truth or the harsh reality. I don't know. But I really don't want to see Pilsen go away either. Like become more of like a yuppie type area. I know rent's like fucking $1,200 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment up there now. It's just kind of ridiculous just because it's closer to UIC. So I don't know. I'm gonna fucking kind of investigate deeper in depth of the city because I'm actually really intrigued. I love the city more than anything. The city is just a big, beautiful place, a big melting pot of just all different types of cultures and people and backgrounds of life, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You can meet people from everywhere, all types of backgrounds in just one city, and the city's so small, compact, to where it's just a big, small city. Everybody knows everybody in certain areas. It's just, I don't know, it's just a very beautiful place, and I kind of want to keep exploring deeper into it, which is why I have, you know, the Chicago foodie thing. I'm trying to explore like different cultural areas and their food, you know. So, all right, well, this is going to conclude episode 1 of the Coffee Break Podcast. You know, something short and sweet. Go ahead and follow the Where's My Therapist podcast on YouTube. It's going to be on the same channel. Subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud. And so, yeah, go ahead and check that shit out. The Chicago Foodie videos, too, as well. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, JD_Monday. And there's that, so fuck off.